Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to CJ Hope Giver's channel. Um, Obviously haven't streamed in a while, but I wanted to go ahead and run a little practice, so I thought I'd do it live. As you can see, I'm playing Subnautica and have been enjoying this game a lot. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'll notice that I was posting pictures from early in the game, but in the background I have been playing the game and progressing and not necessarily posting pictures as they happen. So here's your spoiler alert. I am near the end of the game, so for those of you who might be watching who haven't played Subnautica and don't want to know more about the ending, or those who are currently playing and haven't finished going through the game and learning all of the story, this is your official warning that what I'm about to talk about is the ending of the game. So if that applies to you, you may want to come back and watch this some other time. Now, having got that out of the way, I am here 500 meters below the surface where I had previously built a second base because I took the Cyclops you see there down into the darkness and went down to the lowest levels of the game to complete the objectives for finishing the game, which included creating an enzyme that would heal the player who was infected from the waters of Subnautica's planet. And so I've done that part, and now what I'm doing is going back to the surface where I was progressing by building what's called a Neptune rocket. This rocket is designed to leave the surface of this planet. Now previously that wasn't an option because anyone trying to leave the atmosphere or enter the atmosphere was blown away by the protective gun that was set up as part of quarantine procedures for this planet. But having found the enzyme and creating the antidote for the bacteria, I am no longer infected and was able to turn that gun off. So, scary sounds from the wildlife here. But as I was saying, able to turn the gun off so that anything coming would not get shot down, and of course me leaving would not be a problem. So what I'm doing now is heading back up to near the surface where I have begun building the Neptune rocket, and I will show you the progress I made there. So back up, here we go, and reach. Now I'm going to turn around a little bit here. You can see in the distance is where I'm building the Neptune rocket, located on the screen there with the blue icon. So we're going to come up here to the surface a little bit and try to get there quickly as possible. Now, so for those of you who know the story and are progressing along and want to know how it ends, once you find the enzyme, which heals you from the local bacteria, you also release the Sea Emperor and her 5 little eggs, and they go about spreading the enzyme through the waters of Subnautica so that animals who were previously infected can also be healed. So here we go. There she is, getting closer. Now I want to say that I have enjoyed this game very much. I had previously watched other YouTubers play Subnautica and, wondered how it would be to do some of the things they did for myself. And so I will say that even though I knew some things that would occur, there's still nothing that quite compares to the thrill of being surrounded by dark water and not knowing which creature may come around the corner, The survival aspect of it was very tricky. So you'll notice on my meter I don't have a food and water meter because I decided to play in freedom mode, which is almost the same except that you don't have to watch your food and water intake. So that made it a little easier, of course, but it was still a challenge to watch your air and collect all the resources needed for the various things you need to do throughout the game, like building the sea moth, building the cyclops, building the prawn suit, and doing all the things you need to do to get to this point of the game. So here we are at the Neptune launch site. You'll see I've almost completed the rocket, so I'll slow down here and jump out. Oh, I was going to climb on top, but anyway, there she is, and I'll get a little closer so you can see what's next. So as part of this process, you had to build first this platform, which took some time, this fueling station, this launch pad apparatus, and this middle part for the ship itself. So the last part would be the cockpit, which I now have the material for. I gathered before this episode. So I have that now. I'm going to go ahead and build that and see what's next. Off they go, little builders, to take the resources and turn them into cockpit for this Neptune rocket. Come over here and watch them complete that. Building it. And there they go.
Neptune 1 rocket online.
Okay, you heard her. So let's double check and make sure nothing else is needed. We can name it if we want to. But I don't think I want to do that right now, so we're not going to name it. We'll leave the color the way it is. And I believe the next thing you need to do is go ahead and get in and leave. So we'll say goodbye to the Subnautica world. Climb on up and see if we need anything last minute before we leave. So again, I want to say I very much enjoyed playing this game. There were some good terrifying moments. There were some beautiful landscapes and seascapes, beautiful creatures and flora under the sea. And I spent quite a few hours playing the game. And up we go. Say goodbye. Bye, sea moth. Bye, cyclops. Bye, home base. Bye, busted Aurora ship. Here we go. Over to the door. There's things you can take with you in storage. I wonder what all you would take.
Communications systems array active. Auxiliary power unit online. Pressurizing hydraulics.
Well, that sounds like everything. My. Let's see what we have here. The primary computer. We have a time capsule. Life support system. Now, I don't know what would go in the time capsule. I'm gonna take a look at that. I guess it'd be things you want to keep from your trip here. I don't think I want to send a time capsule. So we're gonna go ahead and boot up the primary CPU.
Primary computer systems active. Life support systems online. All systems are
So you
go
do.
for liftoff.
So time capsule's red, but I don't think we need it because that's a separate issue. Let's see. Maybe I can just double check here. Not sure what you would put. Oh, there we go. So we can put, you know, the last of the things we needed. But if I would put anything, I'd go ahead and put the what I would consider the most expensive things. I mean, the most dependable things needed while you're on the planet that fit. So a flashlight, a scanner, a thermal blade, a battery, a power cell, free ruby. That's what I'm putting in there. So we'll see how that works. We don't have an image that we've taken that we want to put on there, so we'll just put a picture of the moon pool. Let's see here. I'll just select that. Here we go. Select that picture, message. I would tell anyone picking this out to just be careful. That's my message. So that's ready.
Time capsule ready.
Okay, here we go. This is the ending for all intent and purposes.
Ready to launch on your command, Captain. Launch in 10, 9, 8, 7,
Oh,
6, 5,
some birds on our ship.
2, 1.
Oh wow, here we go.
Time capsule jettison.
We're breaking atmosphere. We're not getting shut down.
Caution. Approaching orbital debris field.
From the sunbeam, no doubt.
Orbital debris field clear. Performing gravity turn maneuver.
Here we go. See the crash aurora there in the distance. Say goodbye to this planet.
Destination coordinates. Nearest interstellar phase gate. Engaging ion boosters in 3, 2, 1.
Yeehaw! Here we go.
What is a wave without the ocean? A beginning without an end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
Bye, Sea Emperor. That was awesome. I think one of my favorite things about this game is the replayability, because you can certainly play the game again with the food and water survival mode turned on, making you have to make room for those arrangements. Oh, dig that funky soundtrack. Sick beats provided by Subnautica. Anyway, there's also creative mode, which you can play where you can do things that you can't really do in the game without a lot of resources, like build a huge base that takes up, a huge amount of the screen. All kinds of different things you can do, but you can even replay it in the same mode and have a slightly different experience because there's so much to do. It's a really great game and I really enjoyed it. So thank you all for joining me for this short ending, but I did want to share that as I test out my Twitch streaming capabilities. So for those of you who are watching this later, thank you for stopping by. This is CJ signing off as I let the soundtrack play a little bit longer.